Hi everybody, thanks for joining me, Matt Fryer, and today we're here to look at why you duff your pitch shots and how we're going to stop that from happening. So if this is your first time watching any of the videos, guys, do consider hitting the subscribe button. There's tips released twice weekly to help you become a better golfer and hopefully see that you're shooting better scores. So like I say, today's video is all about why you duff your pitch shots and how we're going to get you to stop doing that. And it is one of the most frustrating things that we do see generally out on the golf course, especially for myself. I hate it when I hit a fantastic drive down the fairway, maybe a really tight fairway. I've done all the hard work. Then I'm faced with a shot like I've got here that's 50 yards away from the green, which I could kick the ball onto the green there or throw it with very much no real effort. But then when I do get my wedge out, I tend to see I fat it sort of 20 yards in front of me. I take a big divot, I end up thinning them, and it's probably one of the shots that we're all familiar with, and it does lead us almost pulling our hair out if I had any. So what I want to talk to you about today is the concept of width. And what I'm talking about when I'm talking about width is how far my hands are staying away from my chest. Now, when I was just describing those shots, you're probably thinking, yes, I do hit them myself. And what we'll tend to see is once we've taken a good setup, let's just say that we've all got good setups for the purpose of this video, what we would tend to see is something where the player on the way down generally thinks I've got to help the ball up or get a little bit nervous. So as you can see now, the distance between my hands to my chest has decreased quite significantly. So the club is up above the golf ball quite a lot there. So I'm going to have to do something, whether it be dip down in my knees, make some funny movement to try and even make contact with the ball. So that's going to lead to me not getting the best sweet contact and seeing that I get these crisp shots. So from there, we then want to try and keep this width going. So what I want you to imagine is that as you're stood to it now, almost you've got a piece of elastic, imaginary elastic, going to just below the bottom button on your shirt and to the grip of your golf club. And what I want you to try and do, let's say for my 50-yard swing, I know I only swing chest height to chest height. I'm then thinking that I have to keep my hands the furthest they are away from my chest at all these points. So I've got chest to chest and then obviously impact in the middle, and all I'm trying to do is keep my hands nice and wide. And as you see, as I'm doing this, I'm also letting my body to continue turning, because the people who are duffing the pitch shots and seeing that they're not getting the most out of these pitch shots are the ones who are, oh, everything tightens up, we get narrow, we lose our posture, and we get that really horrible contact. So what I'd want you to do is have some practice swings feeling that you've got this stretched motion as you're going through your pitching shot. So it'd be here, nice and stretched, feeling that we're not bringing the hands in too much and not getting the body to quiet through the impact zone. When we are pitching, we still need to let the body keep turning, and if my body turns, I can then carry the width through of my arms just with some simple rotation here. So once you've had a good 10 or 11 practice swings, and what we'll just be seeing as well when you are doing this and keeping the width, you're just getting a soft graze down on the turf at the bottom now instead of the real slam down steep or no divot at all. If you can just keep the width and the radius of your arc the same all the time, you should see that you just get this little bruising of the turf. So I'll give this a go, and my thoughts now are to try and keep maximum width of my hands from my chest as I'm going through it, and just finish with that nice turn there. So nice and smooth, and a real solid, has he got a chance of going in? Ooh, really good shot there. So as we can see, hardly any divot as well, just a really soft connection on the turf. The divot's the size of a 10-piece piece there because it just popped up. It was a really crisp flight, and it was really well struck pitch shot. So let's just have a quick look at that down the line. So now as we hit one here from this camera angle, what we should see is it would see stretched and wide and through. You won't be actually seeing my face as I hit this. You'll see the back of my body and probably seeing that my club's out and nice and wide, as opposed to the one that it's here and looking like I'm just flicking at it and my hands are nice and tight. I'm going to try and keep the width all the way And as you can see, there's even that little bunker there in between me and the flag, which would lead me to not being as confident sometimes. So this commitment to keeping the width and just turning my body, don't worry about that one, about the bunker, just get in. And all I'm thinking now is that nice little bit of width. And again, a really solid shot. I've pulled it ever so slightly, but it's perfectly pin high. If anything, I would say it was fractionally too skinny, the shot. But because I've kept my width, the radius of my arc down at the bottom was still very much the same, and the club just grazed along the turf and was able to gather the ball up there. So I've hit a really good shot and not seen that I've wasted my great drive and put it into that bunker there. So guys, if you think this chipping video, or pitching video as it is going to help you, do give that thumbs up, a like for me. Also, like I said earlier, do consider becoming a subscriber to the channel. There are tips loaded up twice weekly to help you improve your game. That's all we want to do, see that you're getting better at golf. Thanks for watching this video. A big thank you to Formby Ladies for letting us come and film today, and I'll see you next week with another tip.